Okay, hi Aries. I did the end of November videos. Well, I've done them over the past couple days, and yours was the first one I did actually. And then I had all these problems uploading. So, and then for some reason, your video, your full video I did, just, it didn't record. It recorded like 8 seconds. So you guys are a little bit late, even though you were first. So this is just end of the month love check-in. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull oracle cards first, and we're going to take a look at you and the person you are dealing with in your love situation. We'll get some information, just kind of a check-in. I've already done the general overall November love read for you guys, as well as your career and singles. Those will be on my channel in the playlist for November. So let's see what else we get for you guys now. That'll be kind of additional information. Okay, somebody else had this card. I think it was Libra. All right, so I'm feeling one more somewhere. Yeah, all right, there we go. Okay, oh, nice. Okay, glad I chose that one. All right, let's see. All right, so definitely some stuff. We'll go over your oracle cards in a minute. I like to see how they play out with this stuff. So let me just get to your cards right straight away, and let's see what's going on in love for you and your person you are involved with or thinking of, either way. All right, for Aries, the end of November, please. End of November for love. Love and romance, please. Okay, we're there already. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, Nine of Swords, Queen of Cups, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, so there will be communication. Five of Wands. However, it could be a little confusing. Okay, we do have the Judgment card, the Ace of Cups. Okay, then a little bit of a weird card. Then Two of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Some pretty good stuff going on at the bottom of the deck. So this is fairly similar to the original reading I did do that was deleted, as I recall. But what I do see now is, first of all, you have no major arcana cards in this reading. So when I see something, except for the overall energy, which we'll get to. So when I see something like that, it just tells me that it's just kind of like, this could go a lot of different ways depending on how you do things. In other words, nothing is set in stone. All right. When we get a bunch of major arcana cards, that's like the big, more heavy hitter cards in tarot, then, we can pretty much make a fair prediction of the way this is most likely going, even in a general reading. Right. But with this, it's like, this could go a lot of different ways. Okay. Because I do see that, where your thoughts are going to be is going to make a big difference on how this goes. Because if you're up at night, you're not sleeping, you have a lot of anxiety about this, you're very much in your head with these other two cards, with the Four of Cups and Queen of Cups, then, it could be just a jumble up there that's not, like, the universe isn't picking up a clear signal about, well, what is it that you want? Where do you want us to steer you? That kind of thing. So therefore, we're not getting any big fate or destiny, type cards coming out, because it's a little too muddled up in here. All right. Now, for the other person, or maybe this is both of your energies, I'm not sure. I see a lot of fire energy here, which I would assume, or normally I would assume would be you, being a fire sign. But I almost feel like this is a little bit more of their energy. Like, they're struggling too, just in a different way. Like, the way, so you can take this however, if you feel like this is the other person or vice versa. But this particular person, to me, feels more like they are more combative with the situation. Like, somebody here is more in their head. They've got some anxiety about things. They might even be thinking, oh, damn it, I shouldn't have put that offer out there, or, oh, I shouldn't have done this, or, that kind of energy. And the other person is more just, they have like a lot of just fiery energy right now. Okay, not in it's passion, but it's not in the like high, kind of passion. It's in the like, oh wow, that's a lot of passion coming from you, kind of thing. Now, there will be communication. The Page of Wands is here. I just don't think it's going to bring much clarity to the situation, because the Five of Wands is here. So it could be a little bit argumentative with the Five of Wands, or it could just create more obstacles, more illusion, more chaos to everything, and not really give you the clarity that you're seeking. Now, the overall energy, though, is strength. So I mean, definitely could be dealing with a Leo. All right, that's especially with this fire type energy down here. Um, and or so like if you are dealing with a Leo, this still applies. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what the sign is, if it is not a Leo or if it is. I feel the Strength card is here just to add some extra help for you this month. Because it just seems like a big, like I'm seeing like an image of like a kettle with like a soup of like 50 million ingredients. Like let's say you set out to make chicken noodle soup, and instead of just putting in chicken, some noodles, some veggie, a couple of carrots and celery, something like that, it's got like carrots, it's got celery, it's got meatballs, it's got strange exotic herbs, it's got okra, it's got like 50 million ingredients in it. That's what I am seeing, like this kettle just full of like way too many things. All right, and it's like that feels like your energy. All right, just way too much, like boiling over. Okay, it's interesting I use that analogy because I don't know why I got that, but that's what I'm like. A soup has too many ingredients that it's going to boil over or something, and because it's too full. So let me see what you got here, because we do have some stuff about a reconciliation here possibly, and some things like that. You have a little bit of because this stuff to me, this is just normal like drama stuff is what I'm seeing. It's not like big earth-shaking breakups or anything like that, but it is drama filled, and it's just that kind of stuff that comes out in life with a relationship. But it's not the fun stuff is what I'm seeing. Now, you do have something here about something coming together in a community sense. So it could be that some of you are forming some kind of group, or maybe teaming up with some other people in some kind of way, or just being accepted into some sort of different friend circle or something along those lines. Because we have here the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. And then right next to that, you have community. So these are two cards of like a group or people on the same page trying to accomplish something, or friends, or like a new set of peers, something along those lines. But the thing is, somebody here is envious of that. So it could be the fact that maybe you are dealing with somebody who, like a partner who is maybe jealous. Maybe you've got some new friends. Maybe you have a new job, and you've been hanging out with the coworkers after work, a little too much for their taste, or maybe you're forming something and you've kind of found your niche, with something, and there's some envy here. I feel like the envy isn't like I don't think it's you being envious of them. It could be, again, this could go either way. Pardon me, but I feel like it's more like somebody's envious of the time you're spending with others. So that could be they're envious of you, or perhaps maybe it's something where you are like a little bit envious of what they have. That could be too. I tend to think it's the other way though. You also have door to value here. So actually, now let me backtrack a little bit, because if this is you, like if maybe your other person has been spending a little bit of time around like a small group or something, and maybe they've been putting a lot of attention into this new circle of friends or whatever this may be. And it doesn't even have to, it could even be like an online group. It doesn't have to be like, definitely like people they're going off to see, but whatever it is, if that is the case and it's you that's a little bit envious of their time that they are devoting to this, then this kind of makes sense too. All right, because you do have the card of door to value, which is realizing your self-worth. All right, because your self-worth is not dependent on a significant other. It's not dependent on a community or what other people think or anything like that. This is your door to value. So it's like when I see this card, to me it's a strong urging towards realizing your worth, your value, and once you do, those doors kind of open, and there's like money like flying out of the doors. Okay, so I mean, this could tie into some things that could also, maybe tie into money and career and things like that as well, because then you have like the crumbling and you have boundaries here. So it's the crumbling says, what are you clinging on to? And then the boundaries card says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? So again, I get the sense of somebody here needs to understand their value, their self-worth. Like if this person has found something and, they found the kind of their clique or what have you, then it's like, maybe that's good. A lot of time couples mirror each other for a reason, and or need to mirror each other for a reason. So if they found something, maybe now it's your turn. Maybe instead of looking at that as like, damn, I wish they'd spend more time with me. I'm envious of how, I'm envious of how they found their thing and they do all that. Then maybe it's like a sign of encouragement for you to find your thing now. Maybe it's like so that you're kind of mirroring their energy as well. Or again, if this is them envying you, okay, do not let that guilt trip you out. All right, you need to understand your self-worth. This is your door to value. Perhaps this is your in to something that is very good for you. Okay, and that could be why this is showing too with the crumbling. What are you clinging on to, and where do you need to establish better boundaries? Maybe you need to establish better boundaries with this person. You need to explain to them, hey, this is about my self-development, my self-worth, where I'm going, and that sort of thing. And with the crumbling and what are you clinging on to, this could be saying, maybe you're clinging on to this relationship that maybe isn't, maybe it's a lot of drama and chaos and it's not really serving this purpose that you're moving into. Okay, and where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay, if that is the case. If it's you being envious of them, again, I feel it's more like, then, okay, let that inspire you instead to find your own door to value, your own self-worth, your own niche, your own group, and your own community, and that type of stuff. All right, so, and the last card here that we have, and we'll look at this bottom of the deck real quick too, but the last card we have here is growth. Okay, so I feel like once this self-worth is established, okay, you do not let things influence you. People, influence you away from healthy things is what I'm saying. All right, so I feel like once that is established, then you really have this like fantastic growing period. All right, this is a very, very good card. It's overcoming obstacles and challenges and growing from them is what this card is in a very good, profound way. Now, for some of you, we do have the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. The Judgment card is tricky in a love reading because, it can mean a renewal or a reuniting with someone, but it can also just mean divine timing for something. This could be divine timing for something new, a new love, something like that. It's really weird, though, because we have this 5 of Pentacles after that. And then we have the 2 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. So for some of you, this could mean, maybe you're holding on to like some sort of reconciliation or something like that. But maybe that's just not in the cards, and maybe there's somebody else coming in, all right? For others of you, it could mean, maybe there's just a distance between you guys right now. Maybe there's just too many challenges. There's maybe a literal distance between you guys, as far as like, maybe states or, something like that. Or it's just a lot of obstacles in general, that are kind of keeping this from happening at the time frame that you would want to. All right, so if it is just the same person, I do feel like there is the possibility of a reconciliation here. There's definitely some obstacle to overcome. It could be financial, it could be distance, that type of energy. It could be spiritual, lots of different things. It could be, it's a general reading. So, but we do have this 2 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and 9 of Cups, which those are fantastic cards. All right. So, I think whatever the situation is, I think there's just a lot of kind of anxieties, dramas, passions running high, things like that. I do not see any all in all out breakups or anything like that in November. But I think these oracle cards are really the key. I think those are the ones to kind of focus on and pull something out of those. Okay, if any of that kind of resonated, I think that that's the key to look at in this reading. So there's going to be profound change here fairly soon, within 3 weeks to 3 months, okay, with the Three of Wands. So I do feel like you do have some and then Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, you definitely have some like pretty big changes coming in. There's definitely going to be some endings or some hard choices to make, but this is all building up to Ten of Pentacles pretty quickly, which is a very good card, a card of stability, all of those types of things. I think you're going to find that there's not going to be equal give and take in a certain situation, and that's going to come to an end, all right? And then that's when it seems like you kind of get on the same page, all right? Or somebody new comes in, either way, whichever it is. So it looks a little complicated, but I think, again, despite the tarot cards themselves, I think the oracle cards here are the ones to really like go with. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed your reading. And like I said, those other readings for Aries are in the November playlist on my channel. That's career, singles, and then the overall November love reading. This is just the end of November. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. And please leave a comment. That really helps my channel. I'd really appreciate it. All right. Thanks. All right. Bye.